Hello, everyone. All right, we're gonna try this again, and this time I'm gonna get it right. Promise. Name's Cameron. This time we're doing a web design presentation for CIT 230 CSS App Media Rule presentation. Trying to get the whole screen size thing figured out for you. So I will be happy to demonstrate that, or at least just show a few. Oop, not what I wanted entirely. That's better. Perfect. Apologize for that. So, first things first, let's kind of define that a little bit. So, we've got the app media rule, which is generally used to apply different styles and different media types. As you can see here, I've got it kind of listed out different things it can do. We're talking about height, width of the viewport, the device. I know we've already kind of worked on this a little bit, but again, there's so many different things you can do with it, all the way from making sure that the resolution's taken care of, colors of your background, what text sizes are different, how it's placed, just depending on the screen size that you're at. So you can have several different CSS folders to have different screen sizes set to have a different way of showing it, for instance. So again, how do we start this? Generally, we create a CSS folder with an app media tag, and then you want to be explicit on like a keyword of like a media type, so like only or and, etc. so forth, to make sure that it knows when to present this media query, and also to present a size too, because you'll need that as well. And depending on the media type you use, you may want to tell the interface whether it's just a screen or something else. And as you can see right here, I've left a bunch of different definitions for you if you're interested, such as not only and, but just know this special tip for not and only. Again, you'll have to specify the media type, as I mentioned earlier. All right, and let's give a couple examples of how this kind of works. These are going to be kind of simple, just try and keep it simple, stupid, you know how it is. We've got, again, I don't have any clever analogies. I'm not that clever. So bear with me here. And again, I'm very new to all this coding, and haven't done very much coding, all this HTML and all this CSS, so bear with me here. Here we've got, for instance, you obviously put a lot more HTML here, but we've got like a body and a div we want to work with. It's a small little section per se. And I've got the example right here for you. So look at this. We've got this yellow box. Well, let's say I don't want this box anymore. This box is annoying on smaller screens. I just want to look at a blank screen, just a literal blank screen when it gets small enough. So we'll create a new media query with a new CSS folder, and we'll create it just like this. Put the app media screen. So we're telling the screen that's where the media is going to be presented. And then we're going to have the max width be 600px. That we're defining when this change is going to occur. And we're going to make sure that we explicitly state we only want the div to change. We just don't want this yellow thing right here. And we don't want it to be there. So we put display none. And then, we do, obviously, this is a PowerPoint presentation. So we're going to pretend we reduce the screen size under 6. And poof, it's gone. No more. No more on the smaller screen, just on the big screen. Because we like the yellow on the big screen. But for some odd reason, we just didn't want it in the small screen. So, again, simple application. Probably, applications like this are kind of common, but I'm not sure how common that example would be, but you never know. So let's try, instead of getting rid of something, let's try adding something. So here we go. Here's another thing we want to adjust. We got an HTML with a body, an H1, and we're just trying to change, per se, the body. When we want the background color to be different. Because on the small screen, this light blue is great, but on like an iPad, nah, this background ain't going to cut it. So let's say maybe we want to create a different CSS folder, add an app media query, kind of change things up a bit. Make it like 400 pixels for a very small little iPad or something. And we just want the background to change. Boom, we say body, background change light green. I don't want this light blue on my small iPad. Poof, there you go, look at that. That's green right there. Ooh, nice little green right there. And I think we could do a bit more, though, because people with small computers probably don't like that light blue or the green. So let's create a separate folder and then reference it to the HTML sheet and change the background to lavender. And then we just decide so about 800px, just how we set it up here. And poof! There we go. We got lavender. It's perfect for PC now. PC people will love this. And there you go. We can just do. We're probably gonna. You can do more complicated things than this. Obviously, I'm gonna kind of show a little bit demonstration. Try and keep it a little short here, but let's see. And I'll demonstrate that a little bit. I probably won't do all of it. I'd love to type it all out for you, but I'm not as fast as some of the other folks in this class where they can just HTML everywhere. But I'll kind of give a brief demonstration of what can be possible. Again, and then I'll show you kind of like a completed version that I did on the side, which is the same thing I'm going to be working on. But again, don't repeat your CSS in each media query. It's not necessary, and you're going to create more work for yourself. And I believe that docks you points, too, on lessons, and maybe create CSS errors, too. So, only change the things you're going to change, and that's it. That's exactly what they're meant for. Nothing more, nothing less. Really nice. So let's end this slideshow here. We are done. End that. Boom. All right. Okay, we've got our main demo pulled up for you right here. So let's kind of show just like some basic stuff, but we're going to make it a bit more complicated here. But, not too complicated, obviously. Let's see. So we would do a bit of the HTML5, get us like some stuff to work with. Ooh, nice. Okay. And let's just make this, give it like a website. That's a perfect title. Gotta love those titles. And you can see I've already created the CSS folder, so don't mind the finished ones, but those will come in handy later. We're still going to want to reference our CSS files here. Then we'll do style sheet. No, not style sheet. I'm going to have to cheat here a little bit. Don't mind me cheating. That's what it was. Link. See, I can never remember these things. I apologize. So let's do the main demo, and let's add a link. Hope everyone doesn't mind me cheating. And we'll just do like the thing we're supposed to do. Keep the style sheets coming. Do main. Then we'll do CSS. Boom. And then we'll do the main demo here. And we'll link in. Again, they're style sheets, so we can keep that the same. CSS. Oh, I have no idea what I'm doing, clearly. Apologize for the brutality here. Boom. All right, so our style sheets, they don't have anything in them, but we're going to keep that there, right there. It's going to be dope. Alrighty, and next thing's next. Let's start talking about again, since we're focused on CS, I'll work on the HTML just a little bit, but what we'd want to do to set this up correctly is let's go to our large one where the main change is going to be happening. We're going to have, just so you know how it starts, an @media, and then we'll do for instance, again, what we're trying to do is do a responsive layout for this. So when the screen size is less than 700 pixels wide, we'll make the two columns stack on top of each other because we want to create a columned website where we have images on the left and words on the right, and then like a footer and a main and body, and like all the other good stuff too. So in order to do that, we would just do media, and then we'll do max width 700 pix, and then do this bad boy right here, make it all stylish, and we're going to add I know this doesn't make sense right now, but what we're going to do in the future is we're going to add two classes called row and navbar, because I want those to drop into a column instead of being all separate, and flex, and boom, just like that. And we'll add a flex direction column. Boom. All right, so now our biggest thing is set up right here. So once we get everything set up in the regular flex, we're not going to add a media query here because this is just going to be what it is normally. So For the most part, I would start demonstrating how to type all this out, but I figured this is going to take a long time. So let me just show you the finished product. So, for instance, let's go to the main right here. We would start adding our box sizing, our body, had a whole bunch of notes here. We'll style the body, we'll add the heading and logo. Again, feel free to pause the video if you're interested in any of this, but this is just all a bunch of random stuff. Create a header, logo, title, style the navigation bar links, change the color on hover, column containers, and this is the general idea of what I wanted, and I'll show you what it kind of looks like as well. But again, we've got all this styled. And what it would look like HTML-wise is this. So we would have all our style sheets ready to go. We'd have a header, navigation bar, the flex grid content, what I want set up normally. So let's just show a quick demonstration of what this would look like with the viewport. So you know how I said my current goal is I want this to be columned out in like 2 different ways. And then when I make it smaller, I want it all in one column. So as I showed here in the main large demo, we're going to flex this into a column, and the row and the class row and class nav bar will switch into a nice straight column instead of 2 separate areas. So let me show you exactly what that's going to look like. Boom. All right, so this is what I wanted to do. Of course, I just realized I'm still not that fast, but it seems pretty responsive, kind of about me, more text, looking nice. But what if I was on a phone? Let's just shrink this bad boy down to like, oh, whoa, would you look at that? Wow. So, boom, the column, anything with the class column, and anything with the other class there is just going to go right down into just a simple, nice column right here. So again, that's just some basic principles of the App Media Query and CSS. Hopefully that helped. It is just the bare basics we presented. We can get more complicated this. You can do more things than just what I've shown you. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed this nice little demonstration. I'll just show this again. Boom, boom, super responsive. And the size changes and everything. Very nice, very cool. Hopefully you all continue to practice this. And I thank you again for watching. And have a good one, y'all.